Welcome back to Heart and Soul TV. Time to take on a sad but very real problem plaguing America: homelessness.
Yeah, very sad indeed. But take a look at these stats. On any given night in the U.S., anywhere from 700,000 to 2 million people are homeless. 44% are single men, 13% are single women, 36% are families with children, and 7% are unaccompanied minors. Yeah, and as for the race breakdown, 50% of African Americans are homeless, 35% white, and 12% Hispanic. And we see people living on the streets all the time. Some people pass them by, others give them food or change. But what's the best way to help? We're bringing in a woman who's made helping the homeless her mission in life, and I'm so excited to talk to her. Please welcome LeTitia Calhoun Smith, founder of Where Are You? Welcome, lady. How are you?
Hi.
Hello.
Happy holidays. So since we're talking about the holidays and people giving back, let's talk about your Where Are You outreach program. Tell us a little bit about it.
Where Are You Outreach is an organization that was founded by myself. I was homeless myself, living in my car, and there was a revelation that I got during the process of staying in my car. There were some words that were spoken to me, and I created a song for the homeless called Where Are You? And so with that song, it launched a homeless organization where I would go out and serve the homeless, get them connected to shelters and other organizations that will be willing to serve them and get them back on their feet. So.
That's amazing. Now, let's start with the smaller picture before we go broad. So, you know, we see homeless people, and many people pass them on the street. Others, give them money, give them food. But what do you suggest people do?
Well, of course, that always helps them, especially if you're not willing to go further than that. If you're wanting to get involved, of course, taking that person, maybe helping them find a place to stay as well as looking for employment, because a lot of those people do try to work. However, because of their hygiene or because of their the way they appear, someone is not going to hire them. They don't necessarily look the part, so they're not qualified physically to take on a job. So if you're not actually willing to get involved with that person on your own, to take them yourself, to either put them in a shelter or connect them with someone that can help them, that's really all you can start with, is by serving them, by bringing food, clothing, whatever provision that you would like to do to serve that particular person. But it starts with them individually.
And LeTitia, I know just because, you said you were homeless, so you understand, I guess, this whole world, because it is different from most people. Is there a way to differentiate between the people that really do need food or money and the ones that maybe aren't? Because I know that's a big reason a lot of people don't give to people on the street, is because they're like, I don't know what they're going to do with that. Maybe this is their occupation and they're just pretending. So is there a way to decipher between the two?
Actually, no, there's not. You have to just decide in your mind and be free with your own conscience. It's okay for you to go ahead and give to that person. You cannot be concerned about what that person does with the money. You really are not going to follow that person anyway to find out what they're going to do. So my thought process is just give it to them. That's my thought process, because I've been there.
Yeah, and you just need when you need it, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And they're not working. I mean, that is their job, to stand on the street and ask for money, because more than likely they cannot get a job.
I'm glad you said that, because I think that brings a lot of people back into perspective, that who cares if, they may be using it for the wrong reasons. At least you can know in your heart that you tried to do the right thing.
Exactly.
Now, many communities offer shelters that help the homeless, but what would you say is the percentage between those who really take that help and those who don't?
Well, a lot of the shelters, the problem is when you become homeless, it's not necessarily because you want to be homeless. There may be a situation where you lost your job, or there may be a family member that has died. And so sometimes a shelter seems confined, and you're with others that you have no idea who they are. So it's hard for you to go to a shelter because you're feeling like you're around a bunch of strangers, and you were put in that position, so you're uncomfortable with that. However, I would say approximately 75% of the homeless take advantage of shelters, and then there's about 25% that just will not, just because they're not comfortable with it. They would rather be on the street.
So real quick for our viewers, is there any way that Heart and Soul viewers can get involved in their specific communities to help out, that first step that they can take?
Yes, Heart and Soul women can connect with one another. You can start drives at your jobs, at your churches, or any organization that you're with. Just say, let's everybody start collecting blankets. Let's everybody start collecting items and take it down to the shelters. You can volunteer at a shelter, get connected with Salvation Armies or Goodwills who provide for the shelter. So first of all, is just starting with yourself. You can say, today, I'm going to start collecting these items, going to the dollar store, picking up items here and there, because they are in need of just the daily provisions. So anything helps them.
That's really great info. Thank you, LeTitia.
Well, for more information, you can go to her Facebook page. You see it right there on your screen.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.